Okay, so hello, JMAC students, and welcome to Maxsters by JMAC. Thank you for being here with us as we learn all about our Parisian hotels. For those that don't know me, I'm Meg Crosby, hospitality personality at JMAC based in Raleigh, North Carolina. We also have Dolores here, who's based in Barcelona too. We are all on the hi@jmac.com email. Dolores, myself, and the rest of the team. So you can always reach out to us if you have any questions about this partner or any one of our partners. Today, after the presentation, we will open the floor for a brief Q&A session for Nicholas. We will continue our masterclass sessions this week. We have two more. So tomorrow we're doing Blue Villas, which is our villa rental company all throughout Greece. And then on Thursday, we will continue with La Fiermentina Family Collection. They have a property in Morocco, and then they also are in Italy. So you can register for those events by going to the events page on jmac.com. Thank you for your continued support. And without further ado, Monsieur Nicolas will get us started.
Bonjour, everyone. Or bonsoir. No, bonjour. Right? My God. I just lost my office, but it's okay. We are all alive. Bonjour from Paris. We are at Relais Christine behind me. Some of you may know us. We are a French family who created Relais Christine 44 years ago, who also owns the St. James Hotel and Club, and who bought quite a few new things. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. And then I'm also going to address the hot topic at the moment, which is Olympics in Paris. So let me share my screen. All right. So Relais Christine, so this is the center of Paris with the river, the cathedral. Here are the Champs-Élysées and the Eiffel Tower. Our first property, Relais Christine, is located in the left bank, in the Latin Quarter, on the left bank and in the Latin Quarter to be precise. It's the only really upscale property in that area of Saint-Germain, close to Notre Dame. We are only one block from the river in a very quiet street. The property is a member of Relais Chateau, just like St. James. It is housed in a building from the early 17th century, built to be the King's Doctor's house on the remains of a 13th century abbey. So it's a truly historical place. Only residents have access to the Relais Christine. You pass under the porch and you arrive to our cobblestone courtyard. So this is really unique in that area in the sense that you have nature and flowers. The street itself has space for only one car, so it is very quiet in an area that they call the bustling Latin Quarter. So when you enter into, so some rooms in the courtyard have a private terrace in different categories. Generally speaking, in all our properties, we assign rooms at booking time because a lot of rooms are different and depending on the guest taste or like a terrace, something like that, all this can be done at booking time. So please do not hesitate to let me know and we work on the booking together. So rooms in the courtyard of the Relais Christine, have private sitting area outdoors. Then you get into the property and you get into our living rooms. I'm sorry, I don't know what it's changing on its own, but you have our living rooms and there you can have breakfast, you can have lunch or dinner. We work with two restaurants next door, one gastronomic bistro called the Christine and one more traditional bistro called Chez Fernand. All their food choices are available daily for lunch and dinner time in case people, guests don't want to go out to those restaurants. Alternatively, we have a more simple homemade room service menu available 24 hours. You can also privatize some of the lounges if guests are like a family, multi-generation travel, or if they want to work, for instance. At the back of the Relais Christine is a garden that is completely closed and accessible only by 4 rooms, 1 superior, 1 deluxe, and 2 suites. The only rooms in Paris with a garden. But also if you have a room above them, you don't hear a noise, you know, so quiet street, courtyard, and garden. This and the history are the first 2 main selling points of Relais Christine, I would say. So the rooms have been not the rooms, the entire hotel has been redecorated a few years ago, and by a lady named Laura Gonzalez. So only French artisans made what is inside, including these fabrics everywhere. Each room has a unique character. They are all together traditional, but also with a contemporary feel. And you have some on 1 level or on 2 levels. Most of our junior suites have 1 day bed, so for 1/3 person, not a pull-out, but some have a pull-out. So don't hesitate to let us know. Here, for instance, you have other junior suites. Most of the time, they interconnect with a double rooms. We have connecting rooms and family rooms at all our properties. Families are a big deal with us. And of course, we assign, we guarantee connecting rooms or specifics at booking time. Here are, for instance, suites with private terraces on the garden, just to give you a little example. We also have 2-story suites with 1 bedroom upstairs, 1 downstairs, and either 2 sofa beds or 1 big day bed. Finally, downstairs in our basement is actually the kitchen of the College of an Abbey from the 13th century, and this is where we have installed our spa with Guerlain. Guerlain works only with Relais Christine and St. James in Paris. All their treatments and their secret ranges, the products that are not available in department stores, are available here. So we have 2 treatment rooms. This is the lounge. Also a large fitness, sauna, and jacuzzi. The Relais Christine also has a garage if guests are renting a car. We also have our own little Fiat 500 convertible that they can rent. And we have bicycles available free of charge. All right. So let's move on to the St. James in a very different area called the 16th district. So it's actually, we are actually west of the center of Paris, but the feel will be a bit like Upper East Side in New York, if you compare. It's an area that is residential. Many wealthy Parisians live here, but we are just next to an avenue and a square named Victor Hugo, which is where these people go out to dine and to shop. So it gives you an incredible sense of belonging, all that while being at a 10-minute walk from the Trocadero and a 15-minute walk from the Arc. The St. James's is pretty unique. It's a hotel and a private club, and it's unique because it's a castle. It's the only Chateau hotel inside Paris. So we welcome lots of people who have something to celebrate, honeymoons, family reunions. So I don't have a picture from above here, but there are buildings outside and we are within a closed garden. The picture is taken by the porch. So by the left you have, and the right, you have 2 gatehouses that are private villas that are just about to reopen. And then in the main house, in the garden, you have the main house, which offers 48 rooms and suites of different categories, a bit larger than at Relais Christine. We will talk about rates as well later. So you enter into the St. James's and you are in this fantastic lobby. The property was fully restructured and fully redone during COVID. From the lobby, you can go into the library bar where we have a listed library of 4,000 books with a very clubby atmosphere. And then you get into the main restaurant with our new chef, Gregory Garimbet. So the restaurant is all about nature. We have our own vegetable garden south of Paris. We cultivate our vegetables and fruits, and they are brought by electric van twice a week to the property. So the restaurant itself is decorated like a winter garden because in the summer you get to the summer garden where we have another restaurant, a bit more casual, that is really outside, and we cook the vegetables and the meat and the fish on the barbecue. We also have a large bar area. You see the bar on the right, and it is housed in this little gazebo that you see on the left-hand side. So the rooms at the St. James's are in general much larger. You can count on average about 430 something square feet. So the one you see is a close shot on a bed in a deluxe room. And you are looking at about 900 euros, for instance. Here is a junior suite. You can put 4 people. So at the difference with the Relais Christine, the sofa beds are queen sofa beds actually that pull out, and you have closing doors even in the junior suites. Here you have various suites. They also interconnect. We can do up to 8 people in connecting options if you have people who absolutely want to be together. And then we have a spa, but here with a swimming pool that we built. So it has got daylight. It's a real lap pool. We have 3 treatment rooms, single and doubles, and also jacuzzi, sauna, steam room, and a large fitness. So car park is free of charge. Also bicycles, and also little cars that clients can use for the day if they wish to wander around on their own. Now, next to St. James, we bought the townhouse of neighbor who moved during COVID. And so we created 4 luxury serviced apartments. It is directly next to the property, just on the other side of our wall. So to the left, you see the front of the property. And it's a 5-story building. And at the back, on the right, you see the back of the property. So one apartment is on 2 stories of a 3-bedroom and a garden. And then you have a 2-bedroom apartment and then 2 1-bedroom apartments. So this in total combined is up to 7 bedrooms in total, plus the sofa beds. So it is possible to rent out the full villa. What can I tell you? All the services are included. You have the incoming transfer included. You have a house manager, a villa manager, because we call it the Villa St. James, who caters to your need. Of course, the concierge clé d'or, the car park, room service. So you have all the services of the hotel with the privacy of an apartment. And the day you don't want to be on your own in your apartment, you are at a 30-second walk from the library bar, the restaurant, the garden, or the spa, for instance. Okay, you have access to all. We have minimum stays from 2 to 5 nights, depending on the period. We are also flexible on that, so do not hesitate to let me know. Now we are going to the famous sparkling Champs-Élysées. So our owners during COVID bought a group that was bankrupt of 4 properties. There was one known property in that group called Balzac. So we bought the Balzac, and we bought 2 properties the same owners had just nearby, and we bought a property next to Madeleine. So gradually, since last June, we've been fully redoing and reopening, repositioning these properties. The first one would be on the upper left of the Champs-Élysées. If you look at the arc, last street on the left, just between Louis Vuitton and Hugo Boss. This property is called Chateau des Fleurs. It is an independent property, no representation, except from our great partners at MAK. Chateau des Fleurs is 37 rooms. And it is an ode to an homage, a tribute to Paris 1900, and this sparkly feeling of, Art Nouveau, when everything was possible, people were celebrating and not going around with a depressed face like we Parisians usually do. So this is the outside of the building. It's a picturesque building. Some rooms have a little balcony. And then you enter into a living room. The idea is really to be as boutique and as experiential as possible, like in our other properties. You enter into a large bar area. We have a real barman and cocktails, and a living area. So these spaces also serve as a restaurant. So guests can have breakfast, lunch, dinner, or work or meet with friends. One part of it can be privatized. Our chef, is here, Jihai. Her name, she invented a concept named Oma. It means mother in Korean. And so she cooks like her childhood dishes, revisited really like with French infusions. It's not complicated Korean. And she welcomes you like mom at home, really. So a great restaurant choice, very healthy food. And then you get into the rooms. So the rooms are on 4 stories. Some overlook the Champs-Élysées from the higher floors. We have rooms from literally 200 to 400 square feet, so no big suites. It is the property that is positioned the lowest. We have starting rates around 350, 400 euros. In low season, and but even the rooms that are small are super cleverly done. You have space to put your luggage. You have it doesn't feel cramped like even a standard room at Relais Christine would feel cramped. It's not the case here. Okay, so it's a great alternative because you are just by the Golden Triangle on the side of the Champs-Élysées with all the luxury stores. So we have lots of mother-daughter trips already, young honeymooners, for instance. The bathrooms are picturesque, but the rooms are soft in decor because we want people to look at Paris. They are extremely peaceful on 1 or 2 stories. Junior suites have 1 day bed for a 3rd person, like at Relais Christine, for instance. And then we have connecting room. Double, 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 triple, and triple, triple. So we welcome large parties with pleasure. Under the Chateau des Fleurs is our spa with a brand named Omnisense. It's a French brand making treatments with only natural products, and they have a very holistic approach. 2 treatment rooms that can be combined. A full, a real, how can I call it? A plunge pool. It's not really a lap pool, but it's a plunge pool, and you can privatize it, and also a large fitness. So, and a sauna, sorry. So you have every facilities on site, of course, 24-hour room service. I would say in terms of personality and rates, it is really the best deal in that area for the moment. But I may be partial, but please come and visit us. You are more than welcome to see all our properties. Now we move on, we just cross the Champs-Élysées to the next property. So it's a street named Balzac, just opposite the one of the Chateau des Fleurs. And here are 2 properties, the Balzac and the Norman that just opened. The Norman is in a contemporary building that is in a corner building, so a lot of light. And so our properties, I didn't mention that, but are actually just a block of the Champs-Élysées. So you are on the Champs-Élysées, you see them from some rooms, but you don't have the noise and the crowds. So very intimate properties. So the Norman has lots of balconies. Actually, it also offers 37 rooms. And out of those 37, I think we have 18 with a balcony, all the junior suites and suites. And very large floor-to-ceiling windows for the others. So as the building is contemporary, we developed a contemporary story at the Norman, all based around graphic arts and Norman Ives, the graphic artist, hence the name. So like at Chateau des Fleurs, you enter into a real bar, no real reception or no big reception area. Of course, you know where to go and where we are to help you. But the idea is for you to be like in a home. So you enter into the bar and lounge area. From there, you can go to our restaurant that has got an open flowered courtyard. It was not finished on that picture. We are just finishing the decoration at the moment, and the big opening of the terrace will be in April. It can be covered like it is here, but otherwise it's generally open. So the restaurant is Thai French, and it's led by a lady, very famous lady in Paris named Tu. She has had her restaurant for 20 years, over 20 years in another location, and she moved over. Our owners really wanted to have her because she has a sense of welcome and parties that is very special. She has this 40 seat intimate restaurant And in the evening, if the mood is nice, she'll have a glass of wine and maybe turn with a guest and maybe turn the music a little bit up when the dinner is over. So a very cheerful place where Parisians meet. Chateau des Fleurs is also open to the public. And these are main differences from Relais Christine and St. James, which are super exclusive, but where you do not meet a lot of Parisians, exception the club members of the St. James, because they are only Parisians. So at Norman and at Chateau des Fleurs, you can meet a lot of Parisians too, which is very nice in general. The rooms are in different decor, mid-century modern, I would say, to match that period of graphic art. Here you see the bed of a junior suite with balcony, and here is the living area, again with a daybed for one person. You even have space to add a rollaway, so you can put 4, and you have sliding door in the junior suite. It does interconnect with a double room as well. So junior suite, we have 3 people and 2 people interconnecting at Norman. Here is another type of room. Some have 2 sinks, some have 1 sink. We have some with shower or tub in all categories. Just ask, and we. So this is the case in all the properties. The ones with a balcony at the front have a view on this fantastic building or above. So a great view on Paris. And one suite even has a view on the sunrise for early risers. I know the Americans get up very early. I would miss the sunrise, of course. Here is a deluxe room. It's just to give you an example, 30 square meters, and you are looking at about 500 euros. So again, a great deal. Norman is positioned just above Chateau des Fleurs, and the smallest room is 230 square feet. So really good size for Paris. Here is a suite view anyway, and we are just about to finish our top floor suites with a balcony. Some from the balcony, you see the Eiffel Tower. One will have a veranda and a roof and a jacuzzi on the rooftop. So pretty unique product. Also opening next month, mid-March, a full spa with, like at Chateau des Fleurs, plunge pool, sauna, large fitness, and treatment rooms. All right, so I told you Chateau des Fleurs is independent. Norman is joining Small Luxury Hotels of the World. It will be announced just in a few days. Just one more minute of attention for the last project. So we have 4 properties that are open for the time being. The 5th one is next to Norman. It's called Balzac. Some of you may know Balzac because it was an iconic property in Paris until it fell into decay gradually. It was Balzac's former house, the writer. This hotel has been erected on the site of his house. And it addresses it was always a symbol of the very chic Champs-Élysées. So this is what our decorators are going to address too. And Balzac opens on June 1st. So here you see the lobby, and to the right, a little bar about like a speakeasy bar. The theme of the Balzac is late Art Deco. It's called Japanism, with very straight lines, a very soothing place where you actually can watch the human comedy after Balzac's work on the Champs-Élysées. Some suites overlook the Eiffel Towers. So the rooms are in 2 types of decor, either in this tobacco brown, very elegant, with white and marble bathrooms that you see, or white with wooden bathrooms. So the rooms have very high ceilings on all floors. They are also larger. I would say the size of the rooms are close to the one of the St. James. There will also be connecting rooms of different kinds. Of course, I didn't mention it, but in all room categories, you always see 1 bed on our pictures, but you can do twin beds in all of them. And on the top floor, there will be 2 suites, 1 2-bedroom and 1 1-bedroom, both with a terrace in the sky overlooking the Champs-Élysées. The Balzac is also well known because it's the place where Pierre Gagnère, the iconic 3 Michelin star chef, who has had 3 Michelin stars since 1996, is located. So we can sometimes have tables, not always, obviously, and we will also have a living area with lighter food, so you can, and also breakfast, of course. Finally, there will be a Japanese spa under the Balzac. So all wood, like you with the Japanese tubs, and you will have the choice to have massage on the massage bed or on the tatami if you like. You can also have closed massage, which some guests prefer, and of course sauna and a large fitness. So Balzac, it will be announced only next month, but since you made the effort to listen to my presentation up to now, until now, I'm happy to tell you that Balzac will become a Relais Chateau member. So that's it about our properties. We can then address the Olympics, but maybe you have questions.
Yeah, definitely feel free to put your questions in the Q&A or the chat. Lucy has one quickly about the price point of Norman. She thinks she missed that. Is it more than Chateau de Fleurs?
No, you didn't miss it. The entry level I didn't mention. We are just under 400 euros, so it's a few euros more than Chateau des Fleurs for a larger room. So it's really a great deal, and we have still for a few weeks stay 4 pay 3. So the average rate is very low. Really, we try to address also this clientele who cannot pay over 550 or 600 euros, like our entry level rates at Relais Christine and St. James.
Perfect.
No other questions so far? So do not hesitate to type. Just a quick word about the Olympics. You know, it's a very special place for a very special year for Paris. And some people are concerned that due to all the renovations, guests should not come to Paris. I want to tell you that, yes, Paris is a mess at the moment, like it has been for the 4 past years. But in summer, this will all be done. So do not hesitate to send clients. And then the Olympics themselves. So there are 2 periods, Olympics and Paralympic Games. The company, the organization to which we allotted our rooms at Relais Christine, St. James, Balzac, and Norman and Chateau des Fleurs, actually released all the room blocks we gave them 3 years ago and kept only 2 weeks and a half from July 24th to August 8th, which means that really, in my opinion, you will have a lot of space available in Paris in July, up to the 20th or so, and also directly after the Olympics on August 12th, because they did not keep any rooms for the Paralympic Games. So I do believe that rates are quite good in general from what we saw in Paris, and we have space. If clients are looking for the Olympics, Balzac has just been put online with availability for the Olympics. So just let me know, or let our JMAK partners know. We ask at the moment for a 7-night minimum stay, but this will shorten as we move forward. It has just been the case because we just opened the property and the availability. So just another thing that is very important for Balzac is that we still have a problem with the previous owners not giving us the website back. So don't be scared if you go to, if you see hotelbalzac.com and you click and you see a horrible place. This is not our site. We are trying legally to get them back, but it's very complicated. So our hotel site is hotelbalzac.paris. And that's it for me. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you, Nicholas. And I'm going to share my screen real quick just for our travel advisors. This is jmac.com. So if you ever need a contact, Nicholas and his team are faster at responding than John is sometimes. It's amazing and fantastic. They're there to take great care of you. Also on our website, when you go to the partner page, you're going to see the book now button. And we love Nicholas and team for setting this up for us. When you click the book now, it's going to take you directly to the hotel website for you to book directly, which is awesome, especially with Paris being such a bustling city. You know, it can be helpful just to grab the room right away. So You can also find on the website too, on the partner pages, you're going to see Nicholas there. He's your contact, but also the JMAC@ email addresses. And this goes to everyone on his team to ensure that you're getting that quick response. So you can just, forward the confirmation once you book to JMAC@ Relais Christine, or, to the St. James address, all of that kind of stuff. And Nicholas and team will be able to help. Yeah, what else, Nicholas? Let's see if we have any other questions. We love Relais Christine. Yes, yes, yes. Please mention again when Balzac is opening.
June 1st.
June 1st. Perfect timing. All righty. If anyone has any other questions, ask now or forever hold your question. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you so much, Nicholas. This is awesome, a great overview. We love your properties so much. It's really a pleasure to see you guys growing and for us to be a part of that with you. Tracy had a quick question. Is the 7-day minimum for the Paralympics also?
No, not at all. Because for the Paralympics, I think Paris is empty at the moment. Nothing is booked really.
Perfect. So the perfect time to book your clients or perhaps yourself. Let's see.
Internova amenities. Relais Christine and St. James are Select members. Select is not adding more properties in Paris at the moment because they don't want to divide the cake more. But Chateau des Fleurs and Norman, I'm happy to give you amenities. We have JMAC amenities, higher commission, and we can work something out together. They are members of Worldwide just to be into Internova, but they will probably not be able to join Select at this point. There are too many properties.
Yep.
And yes, it's all the same owners, a French family, second generation.
Fabulous. Judy, this will be recorded. So guys, if you have anyone that missed out or wasn't able to join, we are recording the session and we post it to our YouTube channel as well. So you can go onto our YouTube channel and see previous sessions as well as this one. Thank you all so much for being here. It's a pleasure. And send all your bookings to Nicholas pronto.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.